proposal as the city unveils its formal version of its retirement incentive program and attempt to deal with the city's #1 expense, healthcare. Both are efforts to tackle what Service Safety Director Andy Stone calls the worst budget situation in his tenure. Stone stressed that the retirement program will not solve the city's budget troubles, and it remains to be seen what the auditor will revise. Live in Athens, I'm Charlie Ehlenfeld.
Good evening, Athens. Currently here it is 54 degrees with mostly clear skies and winds from the southeast at 3 miles per hour. Now, today we did see some clear skies in the morning, but contrary to what our last slide said, we actually saw some more cloud cover increase as our day went on, as we do have some rain showers here associated with this low pressure system in the Midwest heading toward our area. Now, today we did have mostly cloudy skies with that high of 59 and a low of 48. And tonight, we can expect that low of 48 with mostly cloudy skies and tomorrow's sunrise at 7:14 a.m. Now, what we haven't seen in a few months is a severe weather threat or any sort of thunderstorm threat. Tomorrow, northern Ohio does sit in that general thunderstorm risk. So how will that impact us here in Athens as we go on for the next couple of days? We'll get more into that later on in the show.
Thanks, Lexi. A federal judge has ruled that Kilmar Abrego Garcia cannot be re-detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The injunction follows an emergency order from the same judge that blocked officials from taking Abrego Garcia into immigration custody last December. The federal government can choose to appeal this new ruling up to a Richmond, Virginia-based federal appeals court. Abrego Garcia was unlawfully deported to El Salvador last year and later brought back to the U.S. to face federal human smuggling charges in Tennessee. The White House rejected Democrats' latest offer to reopen the Department of Homeland Security and end the partial federal government shutdown. Democrats are calling for additional oversight of ICE operations before passing a funding bill for the Department of Homeland Security. Demands include having federal agents wear body cameras and remove masks, as well as tightening rules around warrants for searches and arrests. Despite rejecting the offer, White House officials say the Trump administration is committed to ending the shutdown before Americans can feel its impacts. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is accusing the Trump administration of an Epstein Files cover-up. In an interview with the BBC, Clinton claimed the administration's attitude towards the files implies they have something to hide. She also alleges the administration is stonewalling members of Congress and redacting the names of men from the files. Clinton and her husband will sit for depositions before a House committee investigating Jeffrey Epstein later this month. Former President Bill Clinton's name appears in the latest Epstein documents the DOJ has released. The U.S. military struck 2 alleged drug trafficking vessels in the Eastern Pacific and 1 in the Caribbean, killing all 11 people on board. Southern Command officials say the vessels were confirmed to be engaged in narco-trafficking operations. It's the latest in a long series of controversial strikes that have killed at least 135 people on 43 different boats. The Trump administration began the campaign in September, producing a classified legal opinion justifying deadly strikes against suspected drug traffickers. Tributes have been pouring in for civil rights leader and trailblazing presidential candidate Jesse Jackson, who passed away this morning at the age of 84. Karen Kafa reports from Washington.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson, a protege of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., who became a towering civil rights leader himself, has died at age 84.
Make no mistake about it, Jesse Jackson was unique in American history. And I hope that his legacy lives on a new generation of Americans who might draw from that energy.
Jackson died peacefully and surrounded by his family, according to a statement from the Rainbow Push Coalition, the nonprofit social justice organization he founded. He had been hospitalized in recent months as he dealt with a degenerative brain disease, progressive supranuclear palsy. Jackson's passing mourned Tuesday by those who worked closely with him.
He never stopped. I once said to him, "You already in history. You've gotten all the honors. Why do you keep going?" He said, "I never learned how to retire."
And by those inspired by him.
He told us to get involved, to be involved with helping the next person, being an example for the next person.
More than 2 decades before Barack Obama was elected the first black president of the United States, Jackson made White House bids in 1984 and 1988.
We must come together
and challenged Democrats to expand and reshape the party.
He shifted the party and shifted the rules of the party to bring more people in. How many people owe their political lives to what Jesse Jackson did? He never just ran for himself.
In a statement, the NAACP called Jackson, quote, a lifelong soldier for justice. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Coming up, privacy advocates are sounding the alarm over unwanted surveillance by home doorbell cameras. And Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will face a jury for the first time in the lawsuit over social media addiction.
And we've been unseasonably warm these last few days, but will that continue? We'll find out more when Newswatch returns.
In this episode, musicians Lizzo and Flea uncover their roots. What's it like to see that?
I love it.
Please turn the page.
Oh!
We have never seen anything like this. Never.
This is wild. Someone I never knew. You just feel like you know him a little bit. It's family.
The smallest things had to happen for me to be sitting here today.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad they did.
Tonight at 8 on WOUB.
The demand for batteries and the minerals that go in them has skyrocketed.
They're minerals which are essential for the effective functioning of the U.S. economy.
Most of those are controlled by China.
That's a vulnerability. The West thought, to do with mining, let's ask somebody else to do it for us.
The future's electric, but who's really in charge of tomorrow's power base? Lithium Rising.
Thursday at 10 on WOUB.
Next time, meet the parents in our oceans. Discover the extraordinary ways they raise and provide for their young in the largest habitat on Earth. This is parenthood.
Wednesday at 8 on WOUB.
Time. It's an interesting thing. We always wonder what time it is, and other times we wonder, where does it go? That's because time flies and waits for no one. So, is it time to donate that car that keeps costing you money? If you've been waiting to give to public television, consider donating a car, truck, or RV. And we'll arrange for a free pickup. You may even qualify for a tax deduction. There's no time like now. Donate today.
Consumers are raising concern over Ring Doorbell's new search party feature, which uses AI to help find lost dogs. While some say it's a great way to locate our furry friends, others are sounding the alarm on the unwanted surveillance. Michael Yoshida has more.
It's a Super Bowl ad that had some throwing a flag.
I saw it live, and it was one of those, uh-oh moments.
Ring, the Amazon-owned video door company, promoting its search party feature.
One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party from Ring uses AI to help families find lost dogs.
It should be heartwarming, but a lot of people are reading something very sinister into it.
Ring hasn't been accused of any wrongdoing, but the ad did spark conversations around unwanted surveillance, AI going through and analyzing videos, and how the technology could potentially be used.
There's absolutely...
Why is a Ring competitor even putting out this satire video, highlighting privacy worries and public distrust?
We could find literally anyone, but we only use this technology to find lost dogs.
A lot of this is people speculating about how the technology could be used in the future by a bad actor, rather than necessarily bad behavior that's happening right now.
Ring's founder says the company prioritizes customer privacy, and the application's use is limited.
Right now, the search party feature is literally just built for dogs. So it's built to look for dogs, to tell you if the dog is in front of your house, and then you have the decision to, contact the owner or not.
But experts say concerns over what comes next shouldn't be dismissed.
These technologies are getting so advanced and so sophisticated, we can't just ignore the implications and the risks.
These same things that are treated as privacy risks for some people are actually kind of a feature.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
All right, Lexi, I'm calling Punxsutawney Phil a fraud right now because I put the coat away today, and I was on my way to class and everything, and we had a nice little breeze out. It wasn't too cold, wasn't too hot.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are going to cool down a little bit, but we are still looking at a milder end to February, which will be really nice. We can take a better look at that here in a second.
Okay.
Currently here, it is 54 with mostly clear skies and winds from the southeast at about 3 miles per hour right now. Like me and Donovan said, beautiful day today. However, we are going to start to see another system start to make its way through our area, and we're starting to see the first impacts of it with some cloud cover. Today we did have that beautiful sunny sky this morning. However, that quickly went away as the system started to make its way closer to us. Here we have that cold front, and we do have a bit of a stationary front up to our north, but that's not impacting us too much yet. Today we did have those mostly cloudy skies with that increase in cloud cover with a high of 59 and a low of 48. Tonight we will have that low of 48 with mostly cloudy skies, and tomorrow sunrise at 7:14 a.m. Now tomorrow, this is where that stationary front to our north and that low pressure system coming in is going to start to impact us. We have a 50% chance of rain with a high of 64, so still very warm, and a low of 46. Now tomorrow, we are going to see those showers more so in the afternoon. As I mentioned earlier, the northern Ohio portion has a bit of a general thunderstorm risk. As we can see here with our model run here, is they are going to see a bit of a heavier rainfall. We are going to be a little bit spotty tomorrow, hence the 50%, more so, like I said, in the afternoon hours rather than in the morning, which will then bleed into the evening and into Thursday when we're really going to be seeing more widespread showers. Now tomorrow here we have that low pressure to our north now with that cold front starting to inch its way in. So like I said, those milder temperatures we're still going to have, however, just a little bit colder than what we've had this week, which is a little bit unfortunate. And then tomorrow night we have that low pressure system still making its way, just inching closer and closer. It is slowing down slightly here with becoming a little bit more stationary, which is why we are going to see a little bit longer of a stretch of rain showers due to the warmer air and more moisture because of said warmer air. Bleeding into Thursday, where we are going to see a little bit of those rain showers start to move out of the area. However, it's not going to last very long, especially with that warm front down here. We are going to get a little bit colder. Now, throughout the 7-day, we see Wednesday and Thursday with that chance of rain. Still in the 60s, so pretty warm. Friday also still in the 60s, but Saturday we should start to cool down almost significantly, especially given that we were hitting the 60s just days prior. So Saturday we are going to see that system exit, and we are going to be in the 50s back to the lows just barely above freezing and also below freezing as we go into next week. We are going to tease a little bit into the 40s on Sunday. However, we do have a chance of snow as another system will be coming through, causing us to be significantly colder than we are today on Monday and Tuesday.
Thanks, Lexi. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will testify in a landmark trial over social media addiction. The 20-year-old plaintiff claims social media platforms, Instagram and YouTube, purposefully designed features on their platforms to addict young users. She says she became compulsively addicted as a child, spending up to 16 hours a day on the platforms. This is the first time Zuckerberg will appear before a jury to address youth safety claims. Elon Musk's chatbot Grok is facing another European investigation. This time it's from the Data Protection Commission, an EU watchdog group out of Ireland. The feature of Musk's social media platform X is under fire for producing sexualized images of real people, including some of children. The commission says it will examine whether the platform complied with the EU's General Data Protection Regulation. The bidding war for media giant Warner Brothers Discovery is heating up. Officials from Warner Brothers have told Paramount it is willing to hear its best and final proposal to acquire it. For the past several weeks, Warner Brothers has rebuffed Paramount's attempts to swoop in on its standing deal to be acquired by Netflix. Paramount has been appealing directly to shareholders in a hostile takeover bid and also filed a lawsuit. That's when a final vote on the Netflix deal is expected to take place on March 20th. Lung cancer kills hundreds of people every single day, according to the American Lung Association. Mandy Gaither explains why experts say this disease remains the deadliest cancer despite advances in detection and treatment.
For those at high risk, early detection of lung cancer through a low-dose CT scan can reduce the risk of dying by at least 20%.
Early stage screen-detected lung cancer has a 90% chance of being cured. I'll say it again. That means 90% of patients are alive and disease-free 5 years out from their diagnosis of lung cancer if we can detect their lung cancer at stage 1 through screening.
Dr. Andrea McKee with the American Lung Association says candidates for lung cancer screening are smokers between the ages of 50 and 80 with a 20-pack year history, meaning 1 pack a day for 20 years or 2 packs a day for 10 years. If you're a current smoker or quit within the last 15 years, screening is also suggested.
A lot of physicians aren't completely aware of the new recommendations, and many patients aren't aware of the new recommendations.
Which may be one reason why fewer than 1 in 5 of those eligible for lung cancer screening actually get it. McKee says that while CT scans have been around for decades, the technology to detect early lung cancer is relatively new, so lack of awareness may be another problem. That's why the organization launched a website called Saved by the Scan, where anyone can take a quiz to see if they should get a screening.
If you're at risk for lung cancer, talk to your doctor about getting screened.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Next in sports, Ohio men's basketball returns to the Combo, seeking revenge against Ball State. Take a look at the MAC standings and more when we return.
Newswatch will return in 2 minutes, but until then, be sure to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and X to stay up to date on all the news in Southeast Ohio.
The Ohio Art Corridor is a destination experience. We would like this to be the largest outdoor art gallery in the world.
Portsmouth was able to field an incredible team for a brief moment in the sun that almost was sweet enough to get them a national championship.
We got land granted to us in Ohio. Great opportunity. Let's go. How would you know you got here? It was just sheer determination and patience and just hard, back-breaking work.
The bridge was acclaimed at the time of being an engineering marvel.
Progress is all about taking the lessons of the past and doing better. So I would hope that now that we know better, we will do better.
Every now and then, an essay continues to speak to people.
Henry David Thoreau wrote about the impact of industrialization on nature and society. He tried to live a simple and intentional existence.
I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately.
Thoreau says you can't even ask the deep questions if you don't stop to figure out what the deep questions are.
What is it you want?
Would you indulge me?
Quite something, isn't it, sister?
Scandalous, isn't it? Have I got a story for you? I want to know so much more. You are really good at this. I'm just getting started.
Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Grant Kiefer. Ohio's back at the Combo after 2 weeks off, and tonight they are seeking a chance to beat Ball State, who they lost to last January. Tonight also comes with a chance to stop the team's losing skid. Ohio lost to Old Dominion back on the 7th, and as you may know, got boat raced by Miami in the national spotlight last Friday. The national media tour that Ohio got roped into with Miami's recent success is put on hold until the Redhawks visit Athens in March, and now it's time for Ohio to finish strong. That starts with staying out of foul trouble, which has been an issue as of late.
That's a hard job. The thing as a coach is what's a foul, what's not a foul. I thought Hadaway's third foul was not a good call. I think that changed kind of the complexion for him. Even his fourth foul, right? It's like
if you're going to call that, there's 80 other fouls in the game. And, that kind of got him out of sorts a little bit.
Even with some of Ohio's recent struggles, they're still right there in the middle, tied with Bowling Green and Toledo in conference. While the Bobcats can't clinch a spot in the MAC tournament tonight, it's extremely likely in the coming days. Saturday is the team's first opportunity to clinch, as they win tonight and a CMU loss would put Ohio in a win-and-in scenario this weekend against NIU. On the women's side, Ohio's had a good season, and despite their little bit of a losing stretch in January, they've rattled off 3 MAC wins in a row. And tomorrow night at Akron, it could very well be clinchmas for this team. Just like the men's side, top 8 make it to Cleveland, and Ohio has a very good chance at punching its ticket. It's as simple as win and in. Akron would fall to 10 losses, and EMU and WMU wouldn't be able to reach 10 wins. If the Bobcats were to lose tomorrow to the Zips, a Western Michigan loss to Bowling Green wouldn't seal it because EMU is off, but they'd have another chance in their next game. We've been previewing the postseason for OU, but the real thing has begun in high school girls basketball. The OHSAA playoffs begun last night, and Athens, coming off an undefeated TVC Ohio title, showed off its elite defense once more against Miami Trace. They ended the Panthers' season 45-28 and will travel to Sheridan on Thursday night. Down on the banks of the Ohio River, Vinton County playing on the blue court of Gallia Academy, and it was tight throughout. Senior Emma Leeming led the way early, scoring down low, but the Blue Angels took control of the game in the second half, and the Vikings would not be able to take the lead back, falling 50-46 and ending the careers of star seniors Leeming and Kylie Smith. Lastly, in Division 5, Wellston and Meggs didn't have the seasons they wanted, but it could all be thrown out the window with a playoff win. Wellston took control of the game in the second half. Despite Meggs' late scoring, the Golden Rockets will get revenge on their conference rival and win 40-35. Next up is a date with state title contender and top-seeded Portsmouth. That's all we got for tonight. Go ahead and follow @Bobcats Showcase on all of our social media platforms. That's X, Facebook, and Instagram. Tune in to WOUB tomorrow night for the Hardwood Heroes playoff review show. Let's go ahead and send it back to you.
Still ahead, after 22 years, an Akron man finally hits the jackpot. We'll be right back after the break, but for now, here's a look at what's coming up next on WOUB.
During the civil rights years, the Black-Jewish Alliance reached its peak. I grew up watching it happen.
I'll never forget those students came in droves to the South to register Black people to vote.
By the late 60s, the once celebrated bond had begun to fray.
Jews were doing better economically than African Americans.
You had Black people saying, we need our own elected officials. Tonight at 9 on WOUB.
Now streaming on the PBS app, the definitive collection from Emmy-winning scholar Henry Louis Gates Jr. From full seasons of Finding Your Roots.
These are your immigrant ancestors.
Oh my goodness.
To acclaimed documentaries.
Black Americans created a world behind the veil.
Discover the incredible history that connects us all. Stream the Henry Louis Gates Jr. collection now with Passport on the PBS app.
Barbara Jordan. Growing up in Texas, I've always known the name.
The first Black woman elected to Congress from the South.
Her speeches are kind of like hearing the voice of God.
My faith is total, and I am not going to be a spectator to the destruction of the Constitution.
A lot of men had reservations. Could Barbara fit in?
She was able to reach out to people on all sides and pull them together.
Monday at 10 on WOUB.
Lights, camera, action. It's the annual Movies for Grown-Ups Awards with AARP. Join host Alan Cumming.
I wasn't fishing, but I totally was.
And career achievement honoree Adam Sandler.
We did this together.
As we celebrate the best in TV and film.
You inspire all of us and make it possible for grown-up storytelling to exist.
On great performances.
Sunday at 7 on WOUB.
It can take a while for persistence to pay off, but how about 22 years? That's how long it took for one Akron resident's luck to change. He played the same 6 numbers in the state lotto every single week. The Akron man even had friends buy the tickets for him when he was out of town. Earlier this month, it all paid off when he hit the $3.5 million jackpot. Upon seeing the winning numbers, he said he yelled to his wife, "We're going to get a really big pool." As to why he never gave up, the man didn't cite faith or perseverance. He just says he's just stubborn. Well, you know what they say, you're always just one bet away. But in all reality, I mean, $3.5 million and doing that for 22 years, I guess it paid off.
I would say it paid off. If I'm like working out something for 22 years and I just happen to end up winning big, I feel like that'd be a good win.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll keep on playing the numbers now that he won, or if he's like, you know, I'm signing off, I'm good to go.
Who knows?
I guess we'll never know. But yeah, we'll see. But go ahead and give us a look at how's the weather going to be looking.
Yeah, we can take a look at what our last little bit of weather is going to be for the show. So for the 7-day outlook, we do have that chance of rain tomorrow and Thursday as another system will be coming through, and it will bleed slightly into Friday night. However, we are going to stay fairly warm with highs in the 60s Wednesday through Friday before we start to cool down Saturday and Sunday. Saturday just a little bit, back in the 50s, but Sunday we are going to start seeing the 30s on Monday and Tuesday all over again. But luckily, it is not going to be nearly as cold as we were the last few weeks. We are still on track to end February above average and pretty mild compared to, history. It's going to still at least be a cold winter, but at least you can still say it's not that bad compared to what we had, especially at the beginning of the month.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw quite the mix there. It looks like we're rain, snow, 60s. This Ohio weather is all over the place.
Yeah, full spring, back into winter, right all over again.
Yeah, well, that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. For Grant Kiefer and Lexi Bell Palsy, I'm Donovan Varney. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. Have a great night.